Hello everyone. So we are starting a new series on CBSE NCERT 10th Standard Mathematics solutions. All textbook solutions will be done in this session. So we will start with our unit number two, which is polynomials. So what we are going to cover in this entire segment of tutorials is that first of all, we are going to cover the entire explanation of chapter, and after that we will be going for the solved examples from the NCERT textbook, and after that we will get into the detailed explanation of exercises which consists of unsolved examples, that too from the NCERT textbook only. Okay, so without further ado, let us start the chapter itself. So the second unit is polynomials. So basically, if I write an equation or an expression like this, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, if I like something of this sort, then what are the various components of this expression? So this is basically a mathematical expression. It is a mathematical expression. So in this mathematical expression, we are having ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So here, this alphabet which is x, it is known as the variable, right? And here a is written along with x square and b is written along with x. So here a is known as coefficient of x. Coefficient of x square. And here with the b, here along with b1 x is written, so x here is also known as variable, and b is known as coefficient of x. And at last we are having the c, and the c is known as constant. So one more example, if I give you, if I write something like 4x square plus 5x plus 3, then what will be 4? 4 is nothing but it is the coefficient of x square. And what is 5? 5 is coefficient of x. And what is x and x square? Both of them are variables, right? And what is 3? 3 is nothing but constant, right? 3 is constant. So if anything is written like 7x cube plus 6x square plus 5x plus 3. So here also, if I write 7, 7 will be the coefficient of x cube, 6 will be the coefficient of x square, 5 will be the coefficient of x, and 3 will be the constant term, right? And here the variables are x only, but here variables are x only, but the power of x is changing. If I write something like 7x plus 4y equals to 5, so here the coefficient of x will be 7 and coefficient of y will be 4, and the variables are x and y. So x and y will be the variables, and the constant term here is, constant term will be 5, right? Constant will be 5. So we are clear with what is a coefficient, what are the variables, and what are the constant terms in an equation or an expression. Now coming to the meaning polynomial, right? So a polynomial is an expression which is written in terms of a variable. Okay. For example, if I am writing a function f of x equals to x square plus 2x plus 3, or if I'm writing an expression f of x equals to x cubed plus 2x square plus 3x plus 2, or if I'm writing an expression f of x equals to 2x plus 3, right? So all of the above written expressions are polynomials only. All of the above written expressions are polynomials only because it should have a degree 1 or more than 1. What am I saying is its degree should be greater than or equals to 1. Its degree should be greater than or equals to 1. Then it will be a polynomial. If its degree becomes less than 1, then you can't call it as a polynomial. Now the question is that what do you mean by degree of the polynomial? What do you mean by degree of the polynomial? So here I am writing degree of the polynomial, right? So what is the meaning of degree of the polynomial? So degree of the polynomial is the highest power of the variable will be the degree of polynomial, right? So the highest power of the variable in any given expression is the degree of the polynomial. Okay. So in the first example here, can you tell me what is the degree of the polynomial? Here the highest power of x is 2, followed by, here only x is written, so here the power is 1, and here with the 3 constant term there is no variable attached, so here we are not going to count any power of the variable. So in the entire expression here the degree is 2. Okay, because the highest power of variable is x square, which is 2. So the highest power is 2. That's why it is a polynomial of degree 2. The second one here in this example, if you see the carefully, here you are having the power of 1 with the x square. Here you are having the power of 2 with the x square. And here you are having a power of 3 with the x, which is the variable. So here the highest power is 3. That's why its degree is 3. Right? So this one is known as a polynomial of degree 3 or a cubic polynomial. And in this particular case, the third example, here you see that the power with x is only 1. So this is a polynomial with degree 1. So what we have seen, there are 3 examples on the screen. One is polynomial with degree 1. Another one is polynomial with degree 1. This one is the polynomial with degree 1. This one is the polynomial with degree 3. And this one is the polynomial with degree 2. So when a polynomial is with a degree of 1, it is known as linear polynomial. This is known as a linear polynomial, right? When a polynomial is with degree 2, this one, the first example, that is known as a quadratic polynomial, quadratic polynomial, right? And when it is with a degree of 3, it is known as a, the third one, it is known as a cubic polynomial, right? So we have three varieties. It could go to degree of 4 also, but for understanding purpose and taking into account the difficulty level of 10th standard, so we only discuss up to the three type of polynomials, which is the linear polynomial. This one is the linear polynomial with degree 1. Then comes the quadratic polynomial with degree 2, and then comes the cubic polynomial with degree 3, right? Linear, quadratic, and cubic polynomials, to be precise. So from our 10th standard point of view, you are supposed to study only the quadratic polynomial. Okay? From the 10th standard point of view, you are only expected to study 10th exam point of view. From the 10th exam point of view, you are only required to study the quadratic polynomial. Linear polynomial you have already studied in the 9th standard. In the 9th standard, already you have studied the linear polynomials. Quadratic polynomials you are going to study in the 10th standard. Cubic polynomial, you just understand the basic format of the cubic polynomial, that it will have a degree of 3. But from the exam point of view, you are not supposed to solve any problems related to cubic polynomials, neither graphically nor algebraically, because it is not at all required from the exam point of view. So cubic polynomial is not at all required from the exam point of view. Okay, so let us just quickly refresh that what we have discussed. We have seen that what is a polynomial, and after that we have seen the types of polynomial, and after that we have seen that we are going to study only about the quadratic polynomial. And this quadratic polynomial will have a degree of, it will have a degree of 2, right? The quadratic polynomial will have a degree of 2. So after this, we are going to start with the chapters. So we are beginning with the polynomials part. So the first exercise, which you will be starting in the next segment of this video, will be the exercise number. We are going to start the exercise number 2.1. Okay, so if you like this video, just in the comment box let me know that if you want these notes, then I will definitely post a Google Drive link with these notes in it, in the PDF format, so that you can refer it in the time of exam. So through your comments, just let me know that whether you like the session or not. In the next session, we are going to discuss that what is the meaning of zeros of the polynomial, of course a quadratic polynomial, polynomial of order 2, and then we are going to solve the problems associated with the polynomials which were included in the exercise 2.1, along with the solved examples which were introduced in the CBSE NCERT textbook. Thank you very much.